2 games into the college football season, time to survey the landscape with Greg Tepper, managing editor of Dave Campbell's Texas Football. Only 3 unbeaten teams remain in the Big 12, Baylor, Texas, and West Virginia. Longhorns clearly with the best win over Notre Dame. They the best team in the league?
Texas, I'm not quite ready to go there yet. I still think Oklahoma's going to have something to say about it. Baylor, maybe, two wins in, maybe that offense is taking a little bit of a step back, but that defense looks a lot better. Overall, I think TCU's still going to be in the mix. Remember, just one loss in non-conference can't kill you yet. I think it's still a wide-open league, though.
Talk to me about TCU's situation. The home loss, really a crusher to Arkansas. Kenny Hill back in the news for somewhat controversial reasons again. How difficult is it going to be for Gary Patterson to keep this thing on the track? It's
going to be really interesting to see because normally in the early going for Gary Patterson, it's been kind of smooth sailing. This is the first time he's faced really early season, shall we say, struggles. This is going to be an interesting spot for Gary Patterson. Can he kind of keep this team together? Because remember, this is still a very young offense, still needs time to gel offensive line, wide receivers, and I think confidence is really key for Gary Patterson to instill.
Marquee game this weekend, 14th ranked Oklahoma against number 3 Ohio State, Saturday night on Fox. If the Sooners pull this upset, is the Houston loss somewhat forgotten, assuming they take care of business the rest of the way? In other words, do they catapult themselves back into consideration as a possible Final Four team?
I think so, because I think Ohio State's probably either the first or second best team in the Big Ten. If they can knock them off, then I think that's going to forgive a lot of losing in Week 1. And remember, this is a what have you done for me lately sport. If you lose late, it's a lot worse than losing early. Losing in Week 1 to what I think is still a really, really good Houston team, I think if they go 11-1, I think they're right back in the college football playoff.
A couple of quick hits here. Texas A&M with that early quality win against UCLA. Your take on Kevin Sumlin's team as it gets ready for SEC football?
Forget Kevin Sumlin's team. How about John Chavis's defense? This defense is incredible, a lot better than we thought it was going to be. Of course, bigger tests coming in conference play, but so far so good for the Ags.
And Oklahoma State fans still smarting over that loss to Central Michigan, the controversial call. They're given the untimed down, the Chippewas were, and that crazy play to end it. What comes of this from an officiating standpoint, do you think?
I think they're going to have to relook at what can and can't be reviewed as far as going back to the rule book. And that may take an extra 5 minutes in a game, but if we can get it right and avoid kind of debacles like this, I think it's ultimately for the positive.
SMU coach Chad Morris loses his quarterback for the year. Where does this leave the Ponies?
I think that they got to kind of reshape their expectations now. They're going to the freshman Ben Hicks, who's great quarterback coming out of Hewitt Midway, but he is a redshirt freshman. I think that offense takes a little bit of a step back and kind of drops them back a little bit to the pack in the American Athletic.